You mentioned being more agreeable to your palate, and I thought Tony had a decent list he was assembling back there because he is, and I don't know the food that he was speaking of, but he wanted to do a table or make a table for, see if I have this right, things that smell wonderful, but then disappoint you when you eat them because you thought that the smell was going to make it extra delicious.
So, Dan, I was at Epcot over the weekend drinking around the world, and we're getting to the part in the bend at Epcot where you go from Italy to America, and you start walking by and you start smelling something. You're like, what's that smell? It smells delicious. Oh, my God. And then you realize what it is. It's the turkey leg stand. The Disney turkey leg smells so much better than it tastes. Because when you get it in your hand, you take a bite and you're like, oh, I got to finish this whole thing. I just paid $25 for this.
It's salty. It's giant. It's greasy.
There's a vein in my mouth. Like, why is there a vein here? It's like,
and you're working. It's hard work to eat that turkey leg.
You're not even sure if it's turkey.
It might be emu. I don't know.
This is going to be hard to top because he is so right about this. Turkey smells delicious. But there is actually something deeply disgusting about what I just realized for the first time. You have lifted the scales from my eyes, which is Disney's been suckering me for years with that smell, and all they're giving me is basically the limb of a giant bird being cooked, I don't know how, being treated, I don't know how, on what farm. And now I'm walking around, and this is the most primitive thing in the world. When that little kid's got a $25 balloon, that little kid's got a $25 cotton candy, and I, caveman for the ages, am holding a giant limb of a bird that is disgusting. And I'm walking around with it. No, you didn't do me the courtesy of throwing a garnish on there. There's no bread to be found. Right. It's just me, the grease. There is nothing. You made no effort to do anything other than sever a bird's leg and throw it in the fryer.
And it is so hot at Epcot. The sun is beaming down. You're on the face of the sun.
It's salty.
9,000 degrees, and you're eating this hot chicken leg.
Who's going to beat this?
I mean, the turkey leg. Do you disagree generally with the turkey leg? Like, do you pull a turkey leg at Thanksgiving?
No, I never do. The turkey leg to me is the worst part of the leg or the worst part of the turkey because there's like muscles and like bones that are there that you don't really realize are there, and you're like, oh, what? Like,
you pick a little small bone out of your
teeth.
It's like, a little too much of a reminder that you're eating an animal.
Yeah, it's very shardy. Yeah. It's like that's shards. Yeah.
I have something else though.
Usually holding up a meaty leg does that.
When you go to the Heat games and you're walking by the concourse and you're like, what is that? That smells delicious. It's those like cinnamon or honey almonds or peanuts or whatever.
Yeah. So Miami almonds.
They taste like shit.
Really?
They're so bad.
They smell so great.
Without further ado,
not crunchy
top
enough.
5 great smelling foods that underwhelm once you taste them. Here we go. Inspired by Tony Savick.
I gotta write this down.
Number 5.
Hold on. Before we get to that, I simply want to know, Roy objected to Tony never having a turkey leg. Is that at Thanksgiving? Is that what you were objecting to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, because he blasphemed against you? Or
yeah. Yes.
I'm a breast guy.
Number 5.
Number 5. Tony, you're on it. Number 5 is hot nuts.
Yeah, hot nuts.
Oh, I love hot nuts.
Hot nuts. I'm not saying that they're bad. This is going to be a very controversial list because I'm not telling you that these foods are bad. I'm just telling you that they're not nearly as good tasting as they smell.
Subjective. Right. They set very high expectations with their intoxicating smell.
Right. And number 4, this one's easy. Because there isn't a single goddamn time I'm at a restaurant when someone orders a fajitas that I don't go, damn, I should have ordered the fajitas.
The great take.
You're saying an Underwhelm?
Wait a minute. No,
oh my God.
You're so fucking wrong about this. This is unacceptable. The fajita made well is something that you've got to. Onion slathered. Like,
the best.
Yes, if you're getting some shitty wrap, if you're getting something that, what are you kidding me? Grilled onions? Like, come on.
Knock it off.
Fellas. I'm not telling you that fajitas are bad. Yeah. I'm just telling you that they pale in comparison to the aromatic experience.
I am going to need you, to back off and understand.
This is where you want him to back off, not Aaron Rodgers.
This is the reason. This is why I want him to back off, because his expertise here cannot and will not be mine.
I love fajitas.
You
But
do not dabble in Mexican the way that I do. And what I am telling you is the fajita done well at the correct place, delivered properly, you go from your expectations getting very high to them exceeded by a well-made fajita. You're eating crap somewhere.
I do dabble in Mexican as much, if not more than you, Dan Le Batard.
Whoa!
And let me tell you something. Every time I order the sizzling hot fajitas that come to my table, I do enjoy them. But I never enjoy them more than I wish that I had ordered them when I'm sitting at another table and I order the burrito grande and someone has the fajitas. I'm like, God damn it,
Oh, yeah.
I should have had the fajitas. That feeling.
The grande is good, though.
No, the burrito.
Yeah.
And if I'm ordering the ceviche, I'm like, in the moment, I know that this tastes better than the fajitas. But for that moment that it comes out sizzling and I smell it, I'm
nothing
like,
beats
God,
it.
Nothing beats it.
I withdraw my objection. You've
It's
made a
fair.
sound and cogent
You did.
argument.
You really did.
No.
I'm
No,
going
you
to
did.
piss you
Right.
off. We're only at 4.
right.
This is
Oh.
going to piss you
Roy.
off because
Oh, boy.
these are great smelling foods that underwhelm compared to the smell.
But just so we're clear, you do like fajitas.
Love fajitas.
Okay.
Every type. Meat.
Roy,
Chicken, vegetable
Yeah.
fajitas, even Scott fajitas.
Oh, the sword has been laid down. Oh, no.
The great gunner. I mean,
Yes, Dan.
why did Scott Fajita just
and
delay
Dan, we're talking fajitas. I mean,
Roy,
Excellent call.
can you
Good
put
job.
on the poll, please, at LeBatard Show, the fajita that's sizzling toward your toward your table? Does it exceed expectations in taste, or does it disappoint you?
It can only disappoint. It doesn't matter how bomb-ass those fajitas are. It doesn't matter how fat your fajitas are. If they come to your table, they're not going to taste as good as they look like they're going to taste.
There is nothing like the feeling of you feel like your fajitas have finally arrived. You hear that
You hear it.
unmistakable
It's coming.
smell.
It's
Everyone
it's
thinks
coming.
they're
It's
It's coming.
you.
You smell the aromatic experience.
Everyone,
is wonderful.
you can
And
tell
then,
all the dads
at
in the
the
restaurant
last-
start turning.
Right, and then at the last, the waiter turns the other way.
it's for
Like,
someone
"No,
else. Yes,
no, where
yes.
did you go?
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
have had the
yeah,
fajitas.
That's there is no food quite like this, because now we've realized that for men whose greatest pleasure, because you've left behind all the other pleasures, you're now a dad who secures the perimeter. This is champagne bottles with sparklers in your past.
Fajitas. It's a plate of fajitas.
This is for dads, because Mike said as this tray comes out and it's sizzling, and now it's a lit fuse, and you know what it attracts? Dads. Dads sit up in their booths. That sound is a siren's call.
Everybody corrects their posture when the feet. Every dad in the building has perfect posture when the fajitas come out.
You forgot that this place even ordered fajitas, and then the sizzle
Right.
reminds you, why didn't I order the fajita?
Right, but the reason why I didn't order the fajitas is when I finally ordered the fajitas, it underwhelmed, and I remember that. But every damn time that thing comes out there, I'm like, God damn it, I should have ordered the fajitas.
Put that on the poll as well, Roy. Should you have ordered the fajitas?
Mm-hmm. Scott Fajita.
God damn it. Number 3.
Ooh, this is a hot list right now. You know when you got a good one. Number 3, popcorn.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one.
Popcorn
It's great.
smells
He's right.
terrific.
Yep.
And it never tastes as good as it smells.
All right, I'm going to have to make my popcorn. I'm gonna
Your
have to-
popcorn is
Oh, you have a
great.
special brand of
Oh,
popcorn?
his
does.
popcorn,
He
his
does have a
popcorn's
special
among
brand
the
of
best
popcorn.
popcorn I've ever had, and it doesn't taste as good as it smells.
Wow.
That's what this list
It's
is.
a good one.
I'm putting very good dishes on this list, guys, but they underwhelm compared to the smells. This is the
So-
harsh reality of popcorn.
So you eat popcorn at a movie theater and you go,
I don't eat
Yeah.
popcorn in a movie.
No,
theater.
too expensive.
what?
No, too expensive. Number one, Roy, bang on, and also I don't trust their popcorn.
What do you mean you don't trust
What do
their
you mean?
popcorn?
I don't
trust it.
trust a food that is transported in garbage bags. They're telling you right what they think of it. They're telling you right there.
But what if they get it out of the thing?
No, that thing, the
It's-
communal thing. No, thank you.
It's the most effective vessel.
No.
Just because it's a garbage can
No.
does not mean that it is like covered in this
How many
filth.
times? Let me ask you. How many times do you think they clean the popcorn machine at a movie theater?
Probably not very often.
That thing has oil in it from like the Independence Day opening.
But Mike, do you think
There are kernels of corn at the bottom of that popcorn maker that were there for the Nutty Professor premiere.
The first Bush administration.
But
you have no
Mike,
idea how old the kernels
I
of
know.
popcorn you were having at a
Independence
movie
Day was
I
made
know,
in
but Mike,
'96. I mean,
how much do you think that any food that is served to you is well prepared in
movie
clean
theater? Very
kitchens?
little.
I know, but like anywhere at any restaurant, you eat filthy shit all the time.
Come on, what are you doing?
No. But
What are you
there,
doing?
no,
What
do you mean,
trust
what am I
me.
doing?
What are you doing?
When I-
doing?
when
come
I-
on,
when I
guy.
order-
Just let me enjoy my
Talking
dinner.
about-
Jesus.
When I order the
At the
Skittles,
restaurant. Why are you doing this to me?
When I order the
He's a
Skittles, I can
cop.
tell
Right.
from the
I'm with you,
packaging
Roy.
and expiring dates that it's not a Skittle that was there for Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, come on.
Roy, put these on the poll, please. Do you trust movie theater popcorn? I've got a number of these, so get ready. It's many of them. Do you trust any food delivered in garbage bags? This is a third poll question. What if they get it out of that thing? Tony, I guess you meant the popcorn machine. Whatever,
We all know what he meant.
Whatever
That
that
thing,
is
Dan.
called. That
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Do they clean the movie theater popcorn thing? And finally, do you eat filthy shit all the time?
You do.
I didn't like that.
Everything is dirty.
Just
If-
knock it up. We know.
No.
Okay, we got
What do you
it.
mean we
I don't
know?
eat filthy
No, I think
shit.
most people they know, they store it in the back of their minds. They don't need to be reminded that, hey, when I go out for dinner, I'm eating a bunch of filth. Okay, let me enjoy my dinner.
Let me enjoy my filth. That's the Stugotz tombstone.
Making a cleanliness argument against popcorn does not make any sense to me.
I didn't think that we would be pulling the knives out for this top 5 list. It's got everybody
The
talking.
movie
Not even
theater
that one yet.
popcorn is the best smelling of the popcorns, correct? We're in agreement that the movie theater popcorn,
Yes.
everything else, it's so salty, it's so rich, it's so buttered because what the smell is.
And
Just,
then you have the extra fake butter on the side.
yeah,
You
yeah,
ever do the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
where you
Battery
eat like,
acid.
you eat
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
first third before the trailers are done, and then right before the trailers finish, you go back outside, apply a second layer of the butter
Buddy,
topping.
I got something that's gonna change your life.
Mm.
Are
What's
you
that,
ready?
Tony?
What you do is you go to that motor oil machine that they have there.
Yep.
And then you actually get a straw and put it in the spigot of the butter machine. You put it inside your popcorn.
Oh, dear
You
God.
start pouring it, and then you slowly move it down, and then it butters all the way around.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
If I were to
Yeah.
ever eat popcorn at a movie theater, I might try that, but I would never because rats bathe in it.
In
Number
the thing,
2,
right?
They do. Ask them. Ask a movie theater
I
employee.
believe-
Look it up.
Ask them.
Put it,
Rats bathe in those
Roy,
things.
put it on the poll. Is the bag of movie theater popcorn a bubble bath for rats?
Number 2.
Oh wow!
Number 2.
It's a good list, Mike.
Something that I really enjoy. It's good. We can all admit that it's really good, but it doesn't taste as good as it smells. Number 2 is coffee.
Mm.
Ah, waking up. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup,
Yeah,
but not in your mouth.
fresh pot.
Especially the way that I take it when I'm IFing, it's just black. So my coffee experience has been really diluted lately because I'm just doing it so I can wake up and take a shit. With mixed results.
This is why you're securing the perimeter and you are fighting off the vagaries of aging at every turn.
Will you do the same though? If you get through like the first half hour, 45 minutes, an hour of your day without pooping, will you go for the coffee? Because I do. And I'm just drinking the coffee, just the poop. That and a heater. I mean, it works every
The
time.
heaters work
Yeah.
for pooping. I don't understand
Yeah.
how that works.
You want to join me for one?
No.
Diuretic.
How often do you smoke a cigarette on the toilet? Like, when's the last time?
Oh, I haven't done that. I mean, since last week. I mean,
Number 1.
Number 1, this is going to be so controversial because it tastes great. Turkey leg's not on there. It tastes great,
oh well,
but it doesn't taste as good as it smells. And I can't even look at you guys in the eyes. But number 1, for the price and everything, it's truffle.
Oh, the price.
Oh,
Well,
come
wait,
on,
the
man.
price. You
Come
throw
on,
in the
come on,
price.
man.
Right?
Come on,
Throw in
come
the
on.
price, Mike.
I love
Truffle
truffle.
fries. Mike, truffle
I
fries.
always order the truffle.
Oh, come on, Mike.
I always want them
Come
to
on, Mike.
shave it on
Mike.
there as if it were Parmesan cheese and I'm at the macaroni grill. I spend so much money on truffle. I always accept the upcharge on truffle. It's like the guac at Chipotle. I gotta have it. But it doesn't taste as good as it smells. It just doesn't. You want it to taste like it smells, and it doesn't. You know I'm telling the truth. And that's why it's number one,
You
because
hurt my
it's so
heart.
expensive.
All right, we're going to go to Mike Schur's stat of the day here, but he's picking up the last part of this conversation and just get his opinion on it. Tell him what it is that you've told the group. You threw in price on truffle. Truffle is expensive.
Part of the experience. That's what helps make something overrated.
All right, you want to
Timmy
give
Tuffle.
Go ahead and Timmy Tuffle.
I mean, Truffle. Timmy Truffle. I mean, Scott Fajita.
What are you doing?
You've never heard of Tim Tuffle, a great utility infielder for the New York Mets back in the 80s and 90s.
Great is overstated.
He was fantastic, Dan.
Can you be a great utility player?
Lady Harris.
Of course you can.
Yeah, well, I think, like, in the grand scheme of things,
Mike,
you're great at being a utility
The
player.
goat of utility players?
Like,
Jose
Alfredo Meziga
Oquendo.
was a great utility
Mezzi.
player, but he wasn't great.
Jose Oquendo is one of the great utility players of all time. I don't want to hear about it.
That's not true
It is.
in any way. So
Okay.
Mike Schur is going to give us a stat of the day in a second, but Mike Ryan has put together his top 5 list of foods that smell great coming out but don't taste as great as the smell. What would be the number one off the top of your head, Mike?
That's tough. These are overrated foods that are overrated based on how they smell, and that they don't taste as well as they smell. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah.
But the trick here is they can still taste amazing, but they just underwhelm compared to how great they smell.
Yeah, you guys talked about this recently. I'm in New York City now, and the hot roasted nuts on the side of the street
Yeah.
in New York is one.
Yes, that's a fine
that
That was
choice.
number
That was
5
number
on his
5.
list.
A fine choice.
That's why I write these things down.
I love coffee, but I think coffee smells a good.
It's
deal
also on the
better.
Number
list.
2.
Nice. Let's
Again,
say you're
why I
doing
write
very
them
well.
down.
today.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like you guys are not going to agree with this, but I think sometimes fresh baked bread smells better than it tastes.
It was
a
all
good
a
one.
lie.
Wow.
That's a good
Toast.
one.
Toast was all a
Yeah,
lie.
toast.
Oh, toast I'll have, but fresh baked bread.
No, it's delicious.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not delicious. I'm saying that the smell is like sends you into a fit of rapture, and the taste is excellent, but not quite as maybe good as it
Thank you.
suggested.
Thank you, Mike.
I don't
These
know,
guys
what-
keep falling for that trap. We're not saying
Yeah.
it's bad. We're saying
Right.
we're actually
Truffle.
saying it's quite good.
He
How
put-
about the fudge from Kilwins?
Mike
oh,
Mike
wow.
Ryan put
not
Mike
that
Ryan
good.
put number 1 the truffle.
That's insane. Truffle doesn't have any smell that I can remember or identify.
What? Wait a minute.
Pungent smell.
It
Pungent
does
It's
smell.
have
not.
a-
It's not an aroma. It's not like an aroma that fills a room the way that
I wanna
coffee
say
is.
it, but
Or
Truffle
I want to
is
say it, but I agree with
garlicky.
Mike.
Truffle
really.
is 95% aroma.
But if you're near it, yes. But it doesn't like you're saying you have to like get close to it and smell it, and then put it on your whatever your
You're going to the wrong truffle joint.
pasta. I'm not going to any truffle joint.
Truffle fries taste every bit as good as they smell.
I don't think so, man. I mean, I'm with you that truffles are overrated, because every time you eat truffle fries, they cost like $38, and then you're like, these are just worse fries. These are just fries with salt and then another thing that I don't want.